Hayden Panettiere's boyfriend, Brian Hickerson, was reportedly there when she passed, with police saying that he showed officers a bag containing multiple meds that Hayden was taking. Plus, her mom has finally spoken. But as new details emerge about Hayden's final moments, her passing is also bringing renewed attention to something she revealed in her memoir about former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Diana Jenkins, and a disturbing allegation that Diana was forced to publicly deny. According to the police report obtained by NBC News, Brian and his brother Zach Hickerson were both at the Greenville, South Carolina apartment when Hayden died Sunday. The report says that Brian showed police a bag of medication Hayden had been taking. The specific medications have not been publicly identified. TMZ says the report appears to have the name of 9 different medications redacted. But that's not the only new information about what investigators found. TMZ previously reported that Narcan was found inside the apartment, with the device used to administer it reportedly found on a mattress. Narcan's used to rapidly reverse an opioid overdose. But I also want to be really careful here because Hayden's official cause and manner of death have not been fully released. Dispatch audio obtained by both TMZ and People included references to an overdose and cardiac arrest, but that doesn't establish what ultimately caused Hayden's death. TMZ also reports that epinephrine was used while first responders were trying to save her, which is commonly given during cardiac arrest. Epinephrine is essentially adrenaline, and it helps stimulate the heart and improve blood flow during resuscitation. Despite those attempts to resuscitate Hayden, though, she was pronounced dead at 2:32 p.m. We're also getting new information about Hayden's relationship with Brian. TMZ reported that, according to a source close to Brian, that the two had actually rekindled their relationship and kept it private while Hayden was promoting her memoir. The source claims that Hayden had been advised to distance herself from Brian publicly because of their history, which is important context here. Brian was previously arrested following domestic violence allegations involving Hayden, and he later served jail time after pleading no contest to 2 felony counts of injuring a spouse or girlfriend. Now, there's currently no indication from authorities that Brian is suspected of causing Hayden's death. Police have already said that their preliminary investigation found that there were no signs of foul play or suspicious circumstances. But Hayden's mom is now speaking out, and she very clearly wants people to know how she feels about Brian being there. Hayden's mom, Leslie Vogel, told NBC News, "This person in her life that we've been trying to get rid of for quite some time was with her at her death, and that was Brian Hickerson." And apparently the feeling is very mutual, because just a few months ago, Brian told TMZ, "Hayden's mother is by far one of the worst people I've ever met in my life. I just can't with her. She's terrible." So clearly there was already a lot of tension between Brian and Hayden's family before her death. Leslie also spoke more broadly about what she believes Hayden struggled with throughout her life, telling NBC News, quote, "I think Hayden was an amazingly talented person in so many departments, and I think young people who grow up in the entertainment industry, it is a struggle, and it's a very challenging industry, and it's not unusual for them to sadly find the wrong path." She added that she's finding some comfort in believing that Hayden is now reunited with her younger brother Jansen, who died in 2023 at just 28 years old, saying, quote, "I just feel that she's with her brother and they're at peace." But there's also a Bravo connection getting renewed attention following Hayden's death. In her memoir, Hayden wrote about her past friendship with former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member Diana Jenkins. The two knew each other around the time Diana was producing Room 23, that provocative 2009 photography book that actually came up years later during Diana's only season of Housewives. Hayden wrote in her memoir, "Diana was almost 30 years older than me, and while I'd always been mature for my age, it's impossible to overlook an age difference that large." She described that friendship as weird, but said that at that point in her life, Diana seemed like someone who could give her what she needed. Earlier this year, however, Diana publicly denied online speculation attempting to connect her to a separate disturbing experience Hayden described in her memoir involving a yacht party. Diana's representative told TMZ, "It most certainly is not Diana, and anyone who claims it is her will be sued." As of right now, though, there's still a lot of unanswered questions about Hayden's death, so I'll keep you updated as we learn more. But what do you make of these new details? Her mom's first comments, and were you surprised to learn about Hayden's history with Diana Jenkins in Room 23? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.